Hello and welcome to episode 77 of Radio Free Endor. My name is Jamie, as you can tell, because my name's down there. And with me is my son, as always, is Chris. How you doing, Chris?
Hi, thank you. It's been I'm really good, thank you. It's been a really busy week and a lot of meetings. This is my sixth one today. Really busy.
Yeah, because we were going to do it yesterday, but you double booked. But I know your meeting you had yesterday was really important, so that's why we didn't do it. But we're on today, which is a good one.
Yeah, I did manage to sit down and watch it. So, one of these days I feel like I might come to the podcast blind and not watched it yet, but that's not today.
Yeah, that's not today. Well, this episode that we're going to be reviewing in a minute is chapter 4, The Gathering Storm, which is quite good. I quite enjoyed this one. But before we head into that, I just want to have a quick look at some other stuff that's online, some of the news that's online. Oh, look at that. Good evening, gents. Hello, that's Paul. Paul used to host the Radio Free Endor podcast with me. So funny. He needs to come back on this. He needs to come back. When I used to do the intros, he made it. He really did make it. Hi, Paul. How you doing? Right. So, what's been making the news so far? What I've been seeing on the news, and I sent you the link, Chris. Is this leaked fake trailer for the Knights of Ren TV series or movie? What do you reckon to it? You've seen it, haven't you?
Yeah, I quickly saw that. And what to say? It's kind of very hard to trust anything I see on the internet anymore.
Yeah. It's the way it's been filmed, though, is it looks like it's been filmed on a large projector or a cinema screen, maybe, by a handheld camera. And you got someone that looks like he's from Lord of the Rings. Jumps out, jumps down. I wonder if I can put it on screen because I've just got it on. I've just got it on here. I'll have to take our banner off. Hold on a second. Brand. Let's just hide that and do this. I think that's it. Share. All new to this. Screen share. Hold on a second. Let me just pause that. Select. Trying to work out which screen I'm on. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, there we go. So right, so let's just play this from the beginning. I'll just put it on there so we can all see it. See, you can see how it looks like it's filmed dodgedly.
Yeah.
He looks like he's from Lord of the Rings, that dude. I have to admit, if it's fake, then, which I think it is, but the effects in it are really, really good.
Yeah, it wasn't on their timeline, but who knows? Maybe it's an upcoming movie more than actually a TV show, so it wouldn't necessarily have been on their Disney Plus timeline of things coming out. Yeah, I could see it. If this is a way that they want to try and give some more context and canon to the sequel trilogy, I would be all up for it. If it's real, if it's fake, I don't mind. Whatever stokes the fires to prove that people want more sequel content, because I'm a firm believer that the sequel trilogy, they're not the worst films ever made, but they are some of the worst Star Wars films made yet. but I believe they need a lot more context building around them. Context
Mm.
building around the Knights of Ren. You know, the most context we have for Knight of Ren right now is in the Star Wars Lego Spooktacular that says like, oh, it was this gang of
Yeah.
people and Kylo got joined and all these other things. Who knows how true that is? Because obviously it's probably not. But yeah, if it's real, I'm excited. If it's not real, you know, I'll wait and see.
Yeah, the thing is with the Knights of Ren in the films, they just stood around, really, didn't they? They just stood around,
Mm-hmm.
looking cool, like some kind of like an amazing boy band, and then they got completely wiped out by spoilers, Kylo Ren at the end of Rise of Skywalker. So he seemed a bit, you know what I mean? Because the thing is with the new trilogy, is that they introduced characters that they just didn't follow through with. You know what I mean? Made them all like, oh, a lot super cool. We're going to be doing a lot with these, and they didn't do anything. It's like Captain Phasma; she didn't do anything really, and the Knights of Ren didn't do anything really. Perhaps there was just too much story wise that they couldn't do it. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah, I think it was a different time in Disney to where it is now, you know. And at the end of the day, no matter what politics or all these things behind the scenes happened, it happened. You know, them three are there. You know, some people wish that, you know, Disney never bought Lucasfilm, but then you wouldn't get everything you're getting now. You know, you wouldn't be getting, you know, Rebels or Bad Batch or Ahsoka or you know, Boba Fett or Mandalorian, because all of these TV shows are only possible because of the capital Disney is spending.
Yeah, yeah. To be fair, and you know, Boba does look fantastic. I have to say, looks fantastic. You know, I'm hoping it's real. You know what I mean? Even though I do not like the sequel trilogy, they put me off Star Wars for so long. You know, but that trailer made them look cool. And if if it's a TV series, and the TV series can make sort of retcon them.
I don't think it will be a TV series because the timeline of TV series are out. TV series that are out right now is just so expansive. You know, you would have heard some leaks about something before now. You know, Andor's been filmed, Mandalorian, Ahsoka. You know, all these things. Obi-Wan. For that to come out now would just be a real bad timing. The only way I foresee this is if this is a leaked trailer, a teaser trailer, I would think this is probably due to come out this time next year, so February, May, the same time Solo came out a few years ago. Only because I think if they kept it for Christmas, they're falling into the bigger trap that they fall into most Star Wars films, where it's now the biggest deal of the year because all the biggest films come out at the end of the year.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Also in the news is finally the new Lego Star Wars game is been given a trailer, and it's been given a release date, and this has been pushed back so many times. It was unbelievable. Now it's going to arrive in April the 5th, 2022. So still some time away, but at least we're going to get it finally. And there's a trailer. Have you seen the trailer, Chris?
I have.
You have. Let's just put it on. Yeah.
It's a 6-minute gameplay.
Oh, no, I'm not going to
thought.
play six. Not going to go 6 minutes, but we'll have a look at it. Yeah. Because it has got the beginning bit in it.
So yeah, what's actually really interesting about this is that, you know, it's all all 9 films. And we can't actually hear the sound, Jamie.
Oh, can you not? Oh, right.
No, so we've been, or unless I just can't and everyone else can. But basically what we're seeing here is that it's based upon all 9 films. And it allows you to, you know, select between them, go between them, see all the events, all the missions.
Yeah.
It looks really, really good, and it's a Lego game that I'm very excited for. A lot of people were worried that because they were going to have voiced actors. It's going to be the voices that takes away from the Lego charm. And you see right at the end of the overview is that they do have the grumble mode, and they show Luke and Vader grumbling at each other.
Yeah. Because I bought these games before because they've been out on the PS3, PS2, PS1, PS3, PS4, and I bought these games, and the last trilogy were the only ones that weren't released. No, sorry, they did. No, they brought out the Force Awakens, didn't they?
I think probably so.
I'm sure of it. Yeah, I'm sure I played the Force Awakens one. But I liked the Clone Wars, Lego Clone Wars. I was always hoping they'd do a sequel to that. I'm gonna order this because I do like the Star Wars Lego games. And to be fair, the like when Lego did what game was it? Oh yeah, Ghostbusters 2016. The Lego game was far better than the film. When it came out for Lego Dimensions, but it looks mad. It looks really, really good.
Yeah,
Lego know how to do with them, don't they?
It looks as good as Lego can look, and it has all the things that I want to see, except for one thing, and that's Ahsoka Tano. She'll probably be in there, but not as important, just like a bonus unlockable character, for sure. Yeah, it looks really, really good. They've literally expanded on so many of the pure Lego tropes, but I think that's because Lego is a game for everybody and is as much for adults as children. My favorite thing I can highlight from the advert trailer was that the bricks, the golden bricks, have been renamed to I forgot what the crystals are called. The Kyber crystal, Kyber bricks. They've been renamed to Kyber bricks. Yeah, you see a few in the advert.
Yeah.
And you got to collect all the Kyber bricks. So I think that's pretty cool. It's obviously got all the humor of a Lego game. So yeah, it's really good. In other news, there was a new prop added to prop accessory set added to the Droid Depot at Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. And this is actually quite an interesting one because it's actually based on The Mandalorian. It's the Ferry Droid accessory set. So the Ferry Droid is obviously the one that was on the gondola, the R unit. Oh yeah, you'll see it when you see it. It was on the R. It was the R unit with the legs and the arms and the stick on the boat. But basically, you can buy that now for $69.99, $69.99 as an addition to your R2 set. Really,
I'm just looking for it now.
I've sent it to you in the private chat.
Oh right, okay. Oh yeah,
stream it on.
Sorry, yeah.
There you go. You'll see that they have added it all together.
Oh yeah, that looks really, really cool. Let's I'll just put it onto this side, accept all, and then we can add to the stream. There you go. How cool is that looking? I like that. Does it move? Would it move?
No, I don't think so. But you have to think you're paying $99 for the robot to then remove its arms and legs to put another $69 set of accessories on it.
God damn, that's a lot.
But it looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
Obviously, it can also stand up fully, I believe, in a standard position. Yeah, it's dead cool. And I really hope that they just keep adding more of these accessories, even though it's expensive. But the point is, if there's more and more, people have the choice to go, oh, I really like the R2 unit in that kind of configuration. Like, put all the accessories out there. Put the bar neck, the where they store their drinks. Put everything.
Oh, that'd be so cool with the tray. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm up for that. The other thing that I want to talk to you about, Chris, is I was looking around the internet, well, looking around YouTube, and somebody on January the 16th posted cinematic captures. He posted the Battle of Naboo opening scene, right? But with Unreal Engine 5. Have you seen it?
No. I
I'll just put it on. I'll just put it on because I've got it here. Full screen. There you go. Look at this. Look how good this looks.
Doesn't it look like that in the movie?
No, it doesn't.
You sure?
They do like a side by side comparison. That looks mad. All the bits and bobs.
It's a really nice reinvention of the wheel, but as they say, it's a
you can see the original.
it's not that bad. It's authentic.
With the grass. If you have a look at the grass, look at that. That looks amazing. Do you know what? Do you know that very first trailer that came out showing that scene? You were you weren't even born then, I don't think, right? When it came over, we just had dial-up. Believe it or not, we had dial-up. And I put it on download, and it was only like a 2-minute trailer. I put it on at midnight, got up in the morning because I was going to work at 5 in the morning, and it weren't even down. It was just a little bit. I went to work, and when I came back after a 12-hour shift, it just had 5 minutes left of the download. And I remember going, come on. And then it played just for like a 2-minute trailer for The Phantom Menace. They were the days. Oh, they were the days.
Yes. There is some exciting other news and rumors floating around the internet, but I cannot spoil them because it will be really upsetting if I told them to you. And they're about things that are potentially upcoming in the next few episodes of Book of Boba Fett.
What should we do spoilers towards? Is it a spoiler? You could say
potentially,
right?
But
okay,
I can tell you one thing that's not a spoiler. Dave Filoni has wrote and directed episode 6 of the Book of Boba Fett.
Oh, has he?
So the final episode is wrote and directed by Dave Filoni.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
So who can appear?
It'd be Ahsoka again, wouldn't you say?
Cad Bane. Gotta get that live action. Gotta get that live action Cad Bane in somewhere.
Cad Bane. Oh, what? They're gonna get that team up. They're gonna have that duel that was teased years and years ago. That was going to be for the Clone Wars, but
exactly.
It'd be interesting. It'd be interesting. I'm up for that. Oh, and there was one more thing that came up just here. Got it here. Is that a possible spoiler? There was a possible spoiler for the release date of season 2 of The Bad Batch. They reckon it was on a Reddit, but according to a leaked page on an upcoming issue of Star Wars Insider that was posted on Reddit, that was it. The new episodes of the Clone Wars spin-off will arrive on Disney Plus spring 2022. How cool is that?
Very interesting.
Yeah,
I'm excited for more Bad Batch.
Yeah, more Bad Batch. I really didn't think they were so quick in getting them out for spring, that's for sure. I thought more like at the end of the year. But saying that, there's so much Star Wars content coming out. It's going to be really good. It's going to be busy for us.
Yeah, I fully expect we will see a lot of stuff this year on May the 4th. A lot of stuff.
And talking about Disney Plus, right now, as of we're recording this, in Halifax and in Leeds, they are filming the Marvel series for Disney Plus, Secret Wars. They're filming it in Leeds right now for the next, I think, what date is it? Oh, no, sorry. It's not right now. It's going to be from the 25th to the 28th. They're filming Secret Wars.
What's that?
In Leeds. Secret Wars is, do you know, you've seen Spider-Man, not No Way Home, the one before.
Yeah.
What was that called? No Way Home.
Yes. You're talking about
the Scrolls.
The Scrolls, yes.
Scrolls, yeah. The
Yes.
face change. I've not read the comic book. I do know some people who have. But all I know is that the Scrolls came and actually pretended to be like Captain America, Thor, the Avengers, basically. And we do know they're about, and they're intermingled with our species according to the Disney timeline, you could say, because in that, what was it called? There was Homecoming. What was that? What was the second one called? I can't remember what the second Spider-Man was called. No Way Home.
It was Homecoming.
Yeah.
Then it's Far From Home.
Far From Home. Yeah, that's it.
And then it's No Way Home.
Yeah, Far From Home is the one where you see the Skrulls actually pretend to be Samuel Jackson, because Samuel Jackson was in space. But they're filming it in Leeds. How cool is that? And do you know what I've done, Chris? I've just signed up with an agency, see if I could get a part on it.
Well, hopefully it'll be your big break next to Leonardo DiCaprio.
Well, that'd be cool. Yeah, I can finally get these chops on TV. Well, I've been on TV before a couple of times, but it'd be nice to be in a film.
For this podcast. It's not the story for this podcast.
Yeah, you could say.
So, the only other bit of stuff that I've seen around the internet is that the Quantic Dream game is already under potential problems. That Star Wars Eclipse, the trailer that we saw a month or two ago.
Yeah,
it's already in disarray at the studio, supposedly. There's a lot of things happening right now. If it's true, if it's not true, it was leaked on the internet that they're not having a good time, but we shall see. But obviously, we're here to talk about one thing. A certain chapter in a book of a very, very important person.
Let's just get over to them. Yeah, that's right. I can shut down some of these windows. Let's get all my news on. There we go. Yes, let's dive into the book of Boba Fett and chapter 4. Now, chapter 4, The Gathering Storm, was directed by Kevin Techeron? Is that Tencheron? And it's written again by Jon Favreau, and it was on Disney Plus on January the 19th, 2020. Now, this Kevin dude, he actually directed some. He's never directed anything Star Wars. This is his first shout at the Star Wars, but he did Britney Spears, the Onyx Hotel tour. He made his featured debut in the remake of Fame. I never watched it because I preferred the original, and he also did proof of concept for the new version of Mortal Kombat, which was pretty damn good. I like Mortal Kombat. And he also did some 3D filming for Glee in concert. Let's see as
And he
well.
was the director of multiple Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. TV shows, about
Agents
16
of
of
Shield.
them.
Yeah, I'm just seeing that now. The Flash, Supergirl, 12 Monkeys, Arrow, Legends of Tomorrow, Midnight Texas, Prison Break, Iron Fist, Star, Inhumans. Oh, no, do you know I never finished that? Inhumans, Titans, Hellstorm, and the Book of Boba Fett. So he's done quite a bit TV wise and a couple of films. What did you reckon to this episode, Chris?
It was a good episode with not much stakes. Not stakes. I mean, like the concept of what they were trying to do in this episode were quite simple. It was very straightforward from A to B of the events that were going to happen. A very middle of the season episode. You don't expect any gasps or awes or but there were some really good bits in that. And it's one of the better episodes. I'd probably say this is the second best episode after the first one. The second one. So you got the second one, then you got the fourth one, then you got the first, and then you got the third at this point.
Yeah.
But that's me really playing down how much there's some really good things in this episode.
There's a lot of recap in it, isn't there? There's a lot of story building it, as in what we didn't see that was going on while the Mandalorian episode, the gunslinger was playing. And it actually tells you the sort of timeline that was happening, with Boba finding his ship and finding Fennec Shan. It sort of gives you that link into where it is now in its place, if you know what I mean. And the episode starts off where he's in his Bacta tank again. But it's his last treatment. It's his last treatment, isn't it? It's his last one. And he wants to reclaim his ship, which is the Slave One. He doesn't say it in this. He calls it the Firestorm class. He calls it the class of the ship, which we've always known it was the Firestorm. But Disney just don't want to say slave, even though there is slavery in Boba Fett. You know what I mean? You see it all over the place. Yet they don't want to say the words. Just, you know what I mean? Oh, this is a hill that I'm willing to die on. This one is. That ship is called Slave One. Period.
It's no longer Slave One.
It is. It's like saying, the Millennium Falcon isn't the Millennium Falcon anymore. It is. It's always going to be Slave One. No.
In my eyes, Slave One is dead. It's just Boba Fett's starship. Who cares?
Only because you bought the Lego kit.
No, but literally, I know it sounds really bad. Who cares? Why is it even worth wasting breath on?
Because it cares to us original Star Wars fans. Some things, why it's a principle.
Principle of what? You should just call everything by their canon names then. And give up
canon
on everything.
Names? Yeah, Slave One. That's what it's called. The canon name, as in the Palatoy, Slave One. Thank you very much, Chris. Now,
yes.
Moving on.
What I'm saying is that, it doesn't matter. It literally doesn't matter anymore. It doesn't matter what the ship is called. It doesn't matter what it could stand for, what it past stand for, or what it is now. It really doesn't matter. And it's not worth dying on a hill over what a made-up ship's name is called.
If if any viewers comment below, what do you think? Should it still be called Slave One? Am I right or is Chris right? You know what I mean? That's what you want to know. Yeah. Should it still be called the Slave One, or as Chris says, Boba Fett's starship? No. It's never going to be called that, Chris. Anyway, so he's on the lookout to get his ship back. And we finally see a hangar, which we've never seen, the doors to the hangar of Jabba's palace where his ship is. Now, it has been 5 years. That ship's been in there 5 years. I would have thought it would have been sold. But he's just, he can't get to it. There's too many guards. So Boba decides to have a bit of a wander. And he's having a little fire pit going with some food. Feeds his bantha. Oh, Yeah, I wonder if it knows it. Is it other band? No, he's feeding it some of those like crabs, doggy things that run around the desert, isn't he? And he sees a flare going up, and when he investigates, of course, it's the flare that was being launched in the Gunslinger episode of The Mandalorian, and he finds Fennec Shand there. I thought she was dead. It appeared to us that she was dead. So he picks her up and he takes her to a outback modding station, you could say. We use them for like having your PlayStation modded. These people go to have themselves modded. Do you know what the thing is with this, Chris? It had the Borg, Star Trek Borg written all over this scene to me. Because you see all those, all the people, all the modders, I think they're calling them, with all the droid bits and stuff, the cool modders. Now, a lot of people are saying these don't look like they should be on Tatooine. They look like they should be on Coruscant. You know what I mean? They're spending all their money on droid parts, but not on food or water or doing any work. But I quite like it. I'm kind of mixed on it. I like the look. But some people are right. Yeah, they should be on Coruscant, but really, you could have them anywhere. So
and I would say, doesn't matter where they are. They're probably everywhere. Who cares if they're on Coruscant? Who cares if they're on Tatooine? Just let them be where the story wants them to be.
Yeah, I suppose you're right.
Some people say it's not Star Wars at all. This 50s culture. It's not Star Wars. That's 50s culture. Yeah, but literally in Star Wars Episode 2, George Lucas literally put an American diner in.
Yeah, it did.
Dex is literally an American diner. It's not Star Wars. It's literally an American diner.
Yeah.
So
because George Lucas loved American diners, and he loves that kind of car. I think, to be fair, I think he would have been all for it. To be fair, the look of them, they got those. The lot of the criticism that I did hear from the last episode was, and me and you brought it up, was that speeder bike chase seemed slow and sluggish. And that was a lot of criticism. They said it was just not paced right. With a better bit of editing and a better bit of camera shutting speed or whatever, could have just speeded it up a little more, bit faster to make it work better. But I understand where a lot of people come off with it because it was a bit appalling. But it told the story. If you want to see a fast biker chase, see Return the Jedi, which is great. And see, is it episode 3? No, sorry, episode 2 for the speeder chase.
Yeah.
For Bounty Hunter chase.
And yeah, so I thought it was cool. I thought they were all cool. I thought it was hip. I thought it was mod, And I thought, these people love technology, They would rather augment their body than buy water for themselves,
Mm-hmm.
And I think the mod culture is like, you can have a pack of cigarettes, or some food, and they'll take the cigarettes and eat them. Like, it's that kind of culture. So to these people, the bikes matter. Star Wars is reflective on the real world. And I think the mod culture is cool, and I'm glad it's in Star Wars because it's great to have somebody that cares for their goddamn ships. Or bikes or something, because everything's just dirty.
I've always wanted a Vespa bike. I've always wanted a Vespa bike, and I've always wanted to have it in them sort of colours. So yeah, it was okay with me. So Boba takes Fennec into this building, puts her on a stretcher, and tells the guy who's doing a bit of body work on this young lady, putting a new spinal implant thing on her neck. I've got somebody here who's dying, and what's he say? No walk-ins. It's exactly what our Jess says when she's tattooing. No walk-ins. You know what I mean? Got to pre-book. And then he gives him some cash, and he goes, "Whoa, you should have started with that." You know what I mean? Now that guy. Oh, go on.
Do you know who he is?
I've never seen him before. It's only what I've read on the internet that his name is Thundercat.
Yep, he's a musician called Thundercat.
and they reckon the music that was playing is his actual music.
Yeah, it's cool, dude.
Yeah.
I recognized it was him. And I thought, yeah, that's pretty cool. It's pretty cool to have people. Your generation knows Danny Machete. My generation doesn't know Thundercat. So
Yeah, I know Thundercats, but they run around fighting Momra. Yeah. Well, this guy, he literally when he started operating, it reminded me something out of a Monty Python film. He was like pulling everything out of it. No blood, no nothing. Yeah, I mean, no. Well, you can't have blood on a Disney Plus. And he patches her. That to me, that looked awful. It just looked awful because you could see where his skin ended, and then the metal started around the edge, not something that was like
and Boba Fett literally said, "You're gonna cover it up." He went, "Why cover up this beauty?"
Beautiful machinery. It did look cool. The wiring, I don't know why, Chris, but the wiring took me slightly out of it because I was thinking, well, that's real world wiring, but I can't remember where I've seen wiring in a Star Wars film. You know what I mean? I mean, like red, green, blue, yellow, that kind of wiring.
Yeah. I really like this scene because you literally got Boba sitting there like he's in the DMV, literally just like,
yeah. He's just like, having to listen to the music and yeah, cool, yeah. But and then he takes her back to. I thought he took her back to the place where they found her, where he found her. But she wakes up. What's happened? He goes, "You," and he comes the way he says, "You was almost dead." And she's like, "What?" You know what I mean? And he goes, I'm Boba Fett." And she says, "Yeah, he's dead." And he goes, "No, I'm Boba Fett, left for dead on the sands of Tatooine." I like the way he says Tatooine. You know what I mean? It's pretty cool. And he's like, do you know what? He's playing Boba so well. I like it. I really like it. How about you?
Yeah, I thought it was an interesting moment. I really like the he kind of just gives the he just tells the audience, yeah, these black melons, they're not nice, but with time you'll come to crave them.
Yeah, I thought they were just water. You know what I mean? But because when he gets one, he just goes yeah, like, and everyone just goes yeah. When he gave it to her, she went. Ugh. I was thinking, so they do have a smell. It's not just water; it's something else, which is interesting. You know what I mean? Yeah.
It's meant to taste horrible, but it's safe to drink.
Safe to drink. Yeah.
So, yeah. That's what I thought this was a really interesting moment was that Boba was literally just like, you're Master Assassin. I know you. I know you are. And she's like, yeah, like debt's paid. You brought me back to life. Just drop me off. And
yeah. It's like he needs some help getting his armor back, but he wants his ship back. Now I did find this a bit weird, actually. Not getting the ship, but getting his armor. I thought it was a bit strange, this one. But she agrees, doesn't she? Once she's helped him get back his ship, the debt is paid. Yeah, I mean, if that is what you wish. So they go.
No, he just talks her straight away to say, "I'm building. I'm gonna become the next Daimo. I'm going to do this." And she says, "Why? Basically, you should just keep on being a bounty hunter."
Yeah.
And he talks about the Tuskens and everything. Yeah, I thought this was really interesting. It's obviously a really nice moment. Talking about like what has happened. What this TV show has really scooted over is how fast time has passed.
Yeah.
Because this is like time has passed to the point of, you're 2 weeks before you meet him in in Mandalorian season 2.
Yeah. Time has. I'm just looking for something, Chris. Sorry. Yeah, you're dead right on that. The time has gone. Well, sorry, I just lost my train of thought. Say that again, Chris.
The time has snuck away, and to me, this episode seems literally like it's 2 weeks before they meet on The Mandalorian. It's really close, you know.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you know, if you look at The Mandalorian, and you think, oh, in season 1, Finnick gets shot, and in season 2, she's literally alive. Then yeah, that's probably only been a month for her, you know, altogether.
Yeah. Oh, it's not come up. I was just putting on because I've got it playing here on the side, the episode, but it didn't come up right.
DRM.
DRM what?
DRM.
What's that?
Digital rights management. It'll stop you playing it.
Ah, right. Oh, never mind. Yeah, you're dead right. But that's what I mean. It sort of like tells you the timeline and where it's all coming up towards, because was it season 2? He definitely had the slave one. So we know where we are on that one. So they go to Jabba's palace. Well, Bib Fortuna's palace, should we say? And they look at the door, and she sends like a little probe. It looks like one of those ones you could get from the Mankind little drone. Sends that out.
Yeah, it literally, to me, it was a very reminiscent of the drone Darth Maul sent out, just a lot smaller.
Yeah. It is. It was that, but really, really small version of it. So that goes into Jabba's palace and Bib Fortuna's palace, should we say, and starts mapping it out. I thought this was really, really good because you've not played Star Wars Battlefront, which had the map of Jabba's palace. You could run around to shoot everyone. It looked very familiar. It looked like they'd looked at that map and thought, do you know what? We can just incorporate that in this. And it was going up and down through the stairs. And then when it came back to her and it played out and it showed you the map, do you know what it reminded me of, Chris? A side-scrolling arcade map. You know what I mean? With your bits, you know, you often see how it is. I thought that was really good. It even had the ship in the middle of it. You know, like an old Specky game or an Amiga game where you'll often get a magazine with the map published, showing you where to go from start to finish. I loved it. I thought it was really, really good. And then Boba sends his bantha away, doesn't it? Go make baby banthas. Oh, bless him. He loves his creatures, doesn't he? Oh, Boba.
Yeah. And literally, I believe that this is very much him doing a Yoda. You know, it's not do or do not. You know, there's no try or try not. It's do whatever the Yoda says. What does he say?
Do or do not. There is no try.
Yeah. Basically, him saying, "I'll be dead either way." Like, so I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
I thought this was really cool. It was a really nice scene of them going into the palace. And what something that you seem to have missed with a keen eye is that the people that killed the Tusken Raiders, the Nakato guard, are actually at Jabba's palace.
Yeah,
so maybe that's truly why he goes and kills.
No, I know where you're coming from. This Jabba did have some Nico soldiers. Yeah, Nikato soldiers. He had some of them soldiers because I've got the action figures. They were on the sail barge, so some do actually work for him. So that's why they were there. So they sneak in. They sneak in about that blade that Fennec Shan just across the bars and they just drop. Great. They sneak in into the kitchen. Now I love this scene in the kitchen. I thought it was great. Now the robot was in Return of the Jedi, and it's called Evie EV9D9, EV9D9, and I'm sure I've got the action figure of him as well. And he speaks like the old Smash TV advert. Nah, 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 nah. There's no one here. Yeah, that kind of thing.
Mhm.
The original voice was the director of Return of the Jedi, Mark Queen. He did but he's dead now, so he can't do it. But they've got a voice double or whatever. They did such a good job. And that other droid, the chopping droid, I'll get the rat catcher. Rats. Yeah, so good. And they sneak in, and that chopper, it does the old Grievous thing. Did you notice with the blades?
Yes.
I loved it. I loved it. So he gets decapitated. Hopefully, Boba refixed him so he could have his dinner. And then the rat catcher comes in, droid. That robot has been on Clone Wars many, many times, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's a LEP series service droid.
Yeah, I loved it. In it, the way Boba was chasing it around, and when he grabs it, it goes, "Do you know who I am?" The robot goes, blah, 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 and he goes, "I am Boba Fett." And with that, the robot turns himself off. It's like, "Yeah, I'm out of it. I'm turning myself off." And Boba says, "What does he say? Little bugger." He loves saying "little bugger," and he dropped it down. That's his favorite saying, "Buggers."
Yeah, I love it. Just because robots are smart enough to know that they can turn themselves off.
Yeah,
The droids have intelligence.
Let's hope the Terminators in the future do that.
Yeah, so obviously they then manage to get to the hangar where they manage to reclaim Boba Fett's starship.
Slave One. Yeah. Did you see the power droid that was walking? It was a 4-legged power droid.
Yeah, a tonk, I thought it was called.
Is that what I've never seen one before, and they blew it up. They blew it up. Now, do you know when they were trying to turn Slave One around and it was scraping? Me and Nicholas were going, "Oh God, they're proper damaging it. What the hell?" It was trying to turn around. So that tells me that that whoever's been in it has been try to fly it, maybe try to see if they can work it, because when it lands, the cockpit automatically swivels back, if you know what I mean, swivels straight. So you get into it normal, and then the whole cockpit swivels. I think it is. I don't think you get in it and sort of laying down.
No. It's just like a car. Boba Fett 5 years ago made the mistake of driving in. He drove into the space.
Yeah.
And 5 years later, he forgot how to reverse out.
Yeah, probably. That's probably. But with the help of Fennec, saves the day yet again. She blasts the counterweight
all
on
these
the
droids.
Yeah.
Blows up
Chris,
a gunk.
Did you notice the Gamorrean guards had clothes on?
Yeah, I did.
So I take it that it's just Boba that likes to have them like half naked. Take your clothes off and lube yourself up for later.
Maybe so.
Yeah, maybe. But they escaped. They managed to get the Slave One out and about, and then he says to her, "He goes, your debt is paid. Do you want dropping off?" And she wants to hang around for the ride. She ain't got nowhere else to go, basically, has she? So she's got some debts to pay. I love this scene, Chris. So you got those Nectos on the speeder bike gang, and there's like 20 of them going across, and the camera turns where you're sort of looking at them, and in the distance you can see the Slave One slowly coming closer and closer and closer until it goes starts blasting the hell out of them all. Loved it. I thought that was so good. I would have just chucked it. Funny enough, Chris said to not Chris, sorry, your brother Nicholas. He said to me, "Why didn't he just drop a sonic bomb on him?" I was thinking perhaps he's saving it for later. So he blasts them all to bits, kills them, wipes them out, which is good. And then he goes over to the Sarlacc pit to search for his armor. Surely he knows that he used his armor to get out, and it was stripped. It was stripped off him because he was sort of awake, wasn't
I
it?
think he was very half conscious when he got out. Just very just yeah, not remembering anything. And he's tripped acid since then. He's tripped acid and has gone through the sands of Tatooine.
Yeah, true.
Tatooine. Gone through the
Tatooine.
sands of Tatooine. So no wonder he's forgot where his armor is. And Finnick literally says, leave it. It's done its job. It's done its job. No, this is pure Beskar, But I think this is a really good point where it's saying that he wants a new life, but he can't let go of his past life. He can't let go of, Boba Fett isn't Boba Fett without the armor.
Yeah.
And I think that's still an important part, even though he's grown and he's become a really good man with a stick.
Yeah, he's to be fair though, when you see a Mandalorian armor, when you see a Mandalorian walking down the street, you do go, you know what I mean, a bit in fear with it, don't you? If it was just a normal guy walking down, you'd be going, okay. You know what I mean? So I can understand why he wants his armor back, but we know how he gets it back. That's for sure. But the thing is, it takes the Slave One into the mouth of the Sarlacc. Now I thought it was dead. I thought it was dead. When he blasted his way out of it, I thought it killed it. Obviously, it didn't. And isn't that weird? How it hovered that way and went down, sort of thing. So, and I couldn't help but think there's going to be a jump scare here. It's going to be a jump scare, and yeah, it was.
It is a spaceship, so of course it can hover in whatever position it likes. And yeah, I think the most interesting thing here was you thought it was dead because you couldn't see the beak. But obviously this episode really gives into context that they can hide themselves in the holes instead of just being out and about. And yeah, this was obviously a really good moment where we got to see the seismic charge get dropped in.
Charge, yeah, just had to, didn't it? It's like, what's the detonation on that thing? Because it pops out and bop, 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 bop. Imagine if it went off right there on top of the ship. It was like bop, bop, and fell down, and the beak grabbed it and pulled it under. Then you had that wham. So good. I love that sound effect. Wham. So good. I have to say, a lot of people did not like the beak added to the special edition of the Silent Pack, but I was always cool with it. I liked it. I thought it brought it more to life, sort of thing. And this episode made it work 100%. It's sort of like it was one of those added details back then. Everyone hated it. Now they all love it. They think, yeah, it's great. And I loved it. And what did Boba say to Fennec Shen when it happened?
Touch my buttons.
Don't touch my buttons. Yeah, so good.
Yeah,
so
because he's got it all under control. All under control here.
Yeah, did he? No, he didn't. But they do work as a team. That's what you see. But later on, you see the ship that's it's landed, and it comes out, doesn't it? He's been inside it in his cloak and everything, and he's come out in acid again. And Fennec Shen says to him, "You need a bacta tank." And like you said, she also says, "The armor did you well. It's done its job. Now move on," sort of thing. But he's nothing without his armor. He needs to find it, but we know he finds it in the end. But it's a great scene. It's a great scene. I would have thought his sensors would have been able to pick up his Beskar armor if it was inside it. But it was a good scene.
Yeah, it's a good scene. It's very obviously all for the purpose, all for the purpose, Of course he didn't kill it. He's got to get his revenge, his revenge on Boba on everybody at the end of the day. Just revenge on everybody on Tatooine.
Yeah, he did. And that was the end of the flashback. And it was also the end of his bacta treatment.
Recovery.
Yeah, recovery. Because when he came out, he received a trophy. Ba-ding! For you are now cured. So that's nice.
But not fully, only the exterior scars.
Yes, only the exterior. So, and he straight away he tells Fennec Shan that he's got to he's got to show his face, hasn't he? He's got to go around and show his face. And I understand where she's coming from because war could break out at any time, but he just needs to show his face. So the first place he goes is to the brothel, straight to the brothel. And Kazakhstan is there. Is it I just said Kazakhstan.
No, BK.
Kristen.
Kristen.
Chrysanthemum.
Chrysanthemum, yeah.
Chrysanthemum. Yeah. Chrysanthemum. Yeah. He's there having a chill, drinking his beer, watching those Rhodonians. Rhodonians, yeah. Transdosians gambling, and he's getting really pissed off, isn't he? You can see it going, I don't like these. Yeah. And of course,
only because they're literally like they hunt Wookiees for sport, literally, as we saw.
Yeah.
He basically picks one up, and the owner of the sanctuary comes over. I forgot her name. And she basically says, we know you're a warrior. We know everything. Put him down and I'll wipe away your tab. And he basically rips the Transdotion's arm off, gives her the cash and walks out. And I think this is a real good moment that, he's going to work for Boba. He's going to join the family, even though he tried to kill him. At
least he knows where he stands, isn't it? At least he knows exactly where he stands with him. But pulls the guy's arm off. But I tell you what, I have to say, for the puppetry or the CGI face of the Transdosian, he really looked scared. They really captured that. Please, I mean, and he had
a good job that their arms do grow back.
Yeah, I was thinking that. I wonder if we're going to see him next, and he's got like a little stubble. A little arm coming out. Yeah, but it was good. I like that. But like Boba said to Fripp, is it Fripp? I think it is. Yeah, Fripp. Yeah, Fripp. He says to her, "Well, it was a good idea at the time to see about if he'd pay, have his bar tab exchange. Yeah, it was a good idea." But Boba asks him to join him. At least to become part of the family. Because he needs a family, doesn't he?
Exactly. And this was actually a really interesting scene, is that, Max Dober he's still chilling. Chilling.
Hit it, Max.
Hit it, Max.
Hit it, Max.
He just knows when to stop.
Yeah, he just knows when to stop, doesn't he? And did you know?
Still. Stand still. I'm not here. Hit it. Yeah. Okay.
The surviving member of the group. Do you know? Oh, that's the point. Fennec says, when Boba first jumps out the Bacta tank, and he says about showing his face or about the mayor. No, the guy who helped the mayor. She says he's singing like I can't think what she said. She says he's singing like a blah blah blah. Well, what the creature she's actually saying is the creature that sang in the special edition version of Return of the Jedi. He's got like a weird face. He goes singing like that to Jabba. CJ. I can't think where it is, but he's got like weird big teeth and stalky eyes. But she's singing. She means that. She basically means that, which I thought was a good call. But also in the brothel, did you notice there was 2 DJ Rexes from Star Tours? There was 2 of them on the tables. That was great.
Yeah, I thought it was great. And then we pretty much get to the end of the episode.
Yeah, very much so. Because they have decided to sit down and bring the 3 leaders of the 3 areas for a meal. Let's discuss business. Now, this was really good because Boba said, he wants them basically to remain neutral. If they don't want to join him, to remain neutral while he takes care of business. You know what I mean? Which they're going to do that. They're going to stay neutral, but no, they won't. I don't think they will, tell the truth. I think as soon as the Pikes come in and start muscling in, they're going to turn. They're going to turn because they're all in it for the money. It's money. Whoever's got the biggest bounty, whoever's got the biggest purse.
Well, you forget the main point. One of them goes, "Why should we trust you?" And then his good old Rancor goes,
right on cue, Muncher. Or Spot. Oh, somebody put a post on Facebook saying, "What should the name be?" And I put Spot. Spot. You know what I mean? Yeah. He comes up with the claws and he goes, he's hungry. He gives him that little bone. I thought that ain't gonna feed it. I mean, he must have got it with his claws. Or used it as a toothpick. Yeah. Now, once because we're kind of speeding through this bit, but they discuss it and basically they go, yes, we agree with you, and then they go. But this is the important bit, I thought, Chris, because once they go and Boba's looking down from his room as the speeder's going, Fennec Shan says to him, "How much money? How many credits? How much treasure have we got?" And he says, "Yeah, I've got enough treasure, but what we need is muscle." And she says, "With the right muscle, with the right amount of treasure, we can hire the muscle." And there was a musical cue of the Mandalorian played, and my Nicholas, he went, "Oh, is the Mandalorian in it?" And I was like, "It could be, but not in this episode. Not in this episode." So it's interesting. I love that cue. And as the camera pans away, you do hear the Mandalorian music playing, and then it cuts back into the Boba Fett music. What did you think? What did you think to that?
Din Djarin is going to turn up.
You reckon?
He's going to have a new ship. What do you think his ship's going to be?
I don't know, but I'm not buying it. I'm still waiting for the Razor.
I've heard what kind of ship it is.
Have you?
On the interweb, yes. It got supposedly leaked. And it's not the type of ship you would expect.
What is it?
A Din Djarin to turn up in.
Yeah, go on.
And Naboo X4.
Oh, yeah. The one with the really pointy tail.
Yeah.
Do you know, I saw a picture of that. I didn't associate it with that. I thought it was just a model. Can you imagine that? Him turn up in that? Not much room for bounty hunting in it, is there?
Yeah, it's the... Well, at the end of the day, he doesn't need to. You know, bounty hunting is done. He's done his job.
Well, he's the leader of the planet now, isn't he?
You know?
Yeah, he's the leader of the planet. Yeah. So that brings us to the end of that episode. If you was going to score that, Chris, what would you score it? Out of 10.
I would say about, a 7 out of 10. I thought it was good.
7?
I thought it had really good moments. I was watching it, I was enjoying it, but nothing really stand out. Just a bit like the ship. Boba's got old and rusty. He's forgot how to parallel park. He's forgot how to reverse his ship. He's also forgot that things are not invincible. Yes, this big monster in the ground that almost killed me. I'm just going to go up to it in a massive ship. I'm sure Jabba didn't do that in his, sand yacht.
Yeah. Well, I'll have to agree with you. I'd give it a 7. No, 7.5, 7.5. For the simple fact is, it hit all those nostalgia beats for me. And it was great, especially inside of Jabba's palace, with the robots and Slave One again. And that effect of Slave One coming out and shooting. Oh, and the seismic charge. I love it. I did hear that Dave Collins, who has been on this show, he helped with the sound design on this because I think he did the sound design on the prequel trilogy as well. So they were getting some of that in to help, make it all work. And it did for me. The sound quality in this episode was very good. I loved it.
Yeah, no, it's great. I'm enjoying it. I like to see where it goes. Boba Fett wasn't a character I was specifically hyped on before the Mandalorian. Specifically say before the Mandalorian, as in, you know, he turned up in Mandalorian. I was like, whoa, you know, the guy's kicked some moves, you know, but I'm super excited to see how this goes. Obviously, we've got 3 episodes left.
3?
Yes, 3, I believe.
3 episodes. I wonder if they're going to be like an hour episode each then, because it seems that,
yeah, it's 5, 6, and 7. Yeah.
So, you know, exactly where are we going with this series? Exactly. Where are we going with it, do you reckon?
Easy.
Go on.
Din is going to say, now I helped you secure your land and territory. Will you work for me to take Mandalore? Done. Credits roll. Boba Fett's like, yeah, fuck it, you know. Time to roll on to Mandalore.
Yeah. I like that. I like that one, Chris. I'll go with that. And do you know what, Chris? That brings us to the end of the show. Now, it's been an absolute pleasure again, Chris. Thanks for coming on, doing the show. It's been great. We've had some people coming on. We've had some viewers. We've had some. It was great to see old Paul come on. I didn't think he would, but he's been on, so that was nice. This show will be retweeted and it'll be shared as well on all our social networks. Now, I've been into our Patreon account and I've updated it, and I've even put on that you, as a viewer, can come on, pay, you know, to be a patron, as long as you're a patron, of course, of this podcast. You can come on and we can discuss anything you like. You can have me or you can have Chris, and we can talk movies, or if it's computers or anything like that, then Chris is your guy. I'm more films, DVDs, fan based. Chris is as well. If you look behind him, it's all blurred, but he loves his Lego. He loves his NASA Lego, and he has got a couple of Star Wars ones there. Well, he's my son, so he's bound to be into Star Wars. Yeah. Oh, what you got there, Chris? Don't drop it. Look at that. Slave One, ladies and gentlemen. Slave One. Oh, that's quite small. It looks quite good, though.
It's quite small. I know it's blurry, but it's quite small compared to the Razor Crest.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. But it looks pretty cool. I must admit, I wouldn't mind it. But I want the big one. I really want the big one. I'm still waiting for my Razor Quest. That should be here this month, hopefully. According to Savvy and Hasbro Plus, it should be here at the end of the month. 22nd, I think it should be here. And this room that I'm in should be changing. I'll be getting some proper big shelves across there and across there and across there. I'm going to build a big, massive plate across here so I can stick my DVDs and my PlayStation, that side. PlayStation 3 that's going to be there. I've got me Wii there and some of my Ghostbusters stuff that's going on there. And I could probably mount me Lego Falcon as well. And my Star, I've got no end of stuff. It's all, and you wouldn't believe the amount of stuff I've got in the attic as well, and in my garage. Wow, loads of stuff, all vintage. It's nice, good. What the hell was that? Is that your cat?
Yeah, it was my cat.
Ah, look at that. What's its name?
Misha.
All right, should have called it Muncher. Muncher.
Misha, she's a Russian assassin.
Yeah. Also, I've just ordered myself a new T-shirt with our new logo, which you can see playing up that one, with that one across here, with the Radio Free Endor ATAT underneath it. So that should be coming. I should have it for next time we're on the show. So that'd be interesting. If you want one, Chris, I'll do one for you too. Now, I've used a company in England called Streetwise for that. And if you want one, contact me. If you're in the UK, it's cheaper to get it from me, and I'll go through Streetwise and get it designed up and for your size and get it sent to you. But if you're in the States, then head over to TeePublic and get your official Radio Free Endor t-shirt, hoodies, masks, also stickers, mugs, key rings, and mouse mats. They're all available on TeePublic right now. And also, iTunes is still the best place to download the show. And while you're there, leave us a 5-star review, because we love 5-star reviews. Also, if you're watching on YouTube, then please smack that like button and hit that subscribe button, whichever side it's on, because we like to get more notifications, because we like this. We like doing this. We like doing this. And you get a notification. Yeah, you do, for when our next show is on. That's good. You can also reach out to us on social media. So search for us on Radio Free Endor, at Radio Free Endor, should I say, at Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, YouTube. And if you want to send any comments about the thing we have chatted about today, then drop me an email to radiofreeendor@gmail.com. Also, you can find me at Twitter at Jamie_R_Burns. Now, Chris, where can they find you?
Of course. You can find me on Twitter at BurnedChris.
That's great. And Chris, how's your podcast going?
It's going absolutely well. After our first year, we're still organically growing, and we can't wait to see what year 2 brings of the podcast. If you really want to give it a listen, it is not entertainment. It is education of JavaScript and frameworks around that area. It's called fsjam.org.
I must admit, I'm not into this thing, but I've listened to it, and it's quite a good podcast, I have to say. The guests you've had on, Chris, are quite engaging, and it's a good listen. But I'm biased because he's my son.
Yes, I believe we're already on 60 episodes.
60 episodes. Well, yeah, you do them more frequently than I do, but I'm doing 2 podcasts, not just the one. Right. So that leaves us to the end. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back again either next Wednesday or next Thursday. And like I said, this episode, the audio from this episode will be posted on Patreon, so you can get a high quality episode and the video on Patreon. I'm going to be posting it on on iTunes and stuff like that. It'll be a lower quality because I'm trying to keep the bandwidth down so I can post more episodes. But like I say, become a Patreon supporter us on Patreon. You can get that and more. You can also get a t-shirt and patches and stickers. I'm going to do some stickers and perhaps some fringe things. We'll see. We'll see how we get on. All right. So, Chris, see you later and take care.
That's it for this time. See you next time.
See you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.